So when we're children, we're taught to believe that if we work hard and we put the effort in, then we can get whatever we want within our lifetimes. We're taught if we put the effort in for our exams, if we put the effort in for doing something, then we can get praised for it, and everyone around us will just be like super happy that we've achieved something, right? But here's the thing, and I think like a lot of us realize this a little bit too late. People don't care as much as we would like to think that they do. So I'll give you an example of this. There's a lot of times when I've seen people achieve something great and they turn around to me and they say, Becky, like, my family doesn't support me and my friends don't support me or anything like that. Like, I don't understand. Like, what, did I do something wrong? Here's the thing. A lot of people do not want to see you succeed because they haven't succeeded. As long as that person is kind of involved in what has happened, you know, they're probably going to sit there and go, oh yeah, great, you did a really great job, you know. But majority of people, and I'm not saying this is every single person that does this, but majority of people, if something doesn't involve them, or they haven't achieved something, or maybe they saw you as a lesser person than them, this is the point where people will start to kind of distance themselves from you. This is the point where people will no longer associate themselves with you. They'll kind of just, you know, go, I don't want to be around that person anymore because that person's achieved a little bit more than me. I think that it takes a really positive person to turn around and say, you know what, you've had a great achievement and I'm happy for you. Because a lot of the time, like, people won't bother with you, you know. And another thing that people will do is, if you are in a bad situation, you know, and you've helped out people before, they won't help you. You know, you can sit there and you can help out somebody and you can be like, you know, I'm going to encourage you to build a business or whatever like that, or you've encouraged them. They've been in a, say for example, they've been in a really bad situation with one of their partners, and you turn around and you help them to either move away from that partner, or you help them to basically overcome whatever's going on within the relationship, and then later on you're in trouble and they won't help you out. You know, it's almost like a one-way street. But yeah, you definitely find out when you're in a really bad situation, you actually find out who's going to help you and who's not. And to be honest with you, I've been in that situation before, and I'm not, you know, it sounds bad, but I'm no longer going to help those people out. Because the amount of times that I've literally bent over backwards for people and I've gone, yeah, I'm here to support you, I'm here for you as a person. And then they've just decided that they don't want to help me. It screams how our friendship really looks, because what I would perceive as us being pretty good friends has now turned into a one-sided street, as I said before, you know. So achievements and going through really horrible times of your life, you really do find out who your friends are, essentially, and who is real and who's not. And it's a horrible thing to realise that maybe you were really good friends with someone, like, I don't know, for example, maybe you had a friend called Jessica. You were really kind of like, you know, with Jessica in a way, to a point where you could have private conversations about your private life, because you've kind of got a private life and you've got your public life, and then you've got the life that you kind of show other people. You know, maybe some people are very selective about what they do show people, but you're very much in each other's private life, and Jessica just disappears somewhere when, you know, stuff hits the fan. You know, they don't want to help out. Now, I wouldn't expect everybody to help me out, but at least point me in the right general direction, or give me some advice, you know what I mean? That is something that I would look for. But when you've got people in your life who, they don't help you out in your darkest times, so to speak, and then suddenly, when you start making it in life, they suddenly want everything to do with you. It's like, oh, we were like really great friends at school or whatever like that. Really? Where have you been for the last 20 years? Like, come on, dude. Like, I I had people who were in my school, right? I used to get bullied in my school quite often, and I didn't have that many friends. And for the friends that I did have, as I've got older, we've kind of grown apart. But many of the people who were in my school, I've not seen them for 20 years. And suddenly, like, you're coming back out of the woodworks after I start achieving stuff. And that's the other thing as well. You get people will only be there if you're successful, because it's almost like you're some sort of leverage for them, you know what I mean? So yeah, as regards to being successful and people trying to help you, that's probably the advice that I can give you as a 32-year-old, you know. Yeah, I think I'll leave it at that. I hope you guys enjoy your day. I will see you in the next one, hopefully. Please subscribe and like the video if you've got this far. It really helps out my channel. I also have a main channel as well where I teach for free how to create stuff in Blender. If you guys have ever done Blender 3D, should be in my channel's description. If not, it's just Rebecca Mathers. Yeah, so I will see you in the next one. Have a great day, and yeah. Bye-bye.